12 feminine traits every woman should embrace. Number 1. Thoughtfulness. This is a trait that we should always celebrate. There might be some women who see this trait as something that holds them back in an increasingly competitive world. Thoughtfulness might be considered as a weakness when some successful people often step on others to climb to the top. But thoughtfulness is not a trait that should be so easily cast aside. There are several layers to thoughtfulness, like nurture, care, and consideration. Those with thoughtfulness will make things go as smoothly as possible because they are always thinking of others. They make sure everyone is taken care of and they will not leave anyone behind. Number 2. Empathy. Empathy is an important trait that we often consider feminine. It's still the case that most workplaces are masculine environments, so some women might think this is a trait that they need to suppress. But empathy is just as important as any of the more masculine traits that society values. With empathy, a woman can feel what other people are struggling with, see the suffering that others might go through, and help them handle their pain. Empathy makes a woman a good leader that can easily understand the people she is working with. Number 3. Vulnerability. Being vulnerable and opening ourselves up might seem like a weakness that should be hidden away and never shown. But being vulnerable is one of the ways we connect with each other. It shows that a woman is human and has emotions, just like everyone else. It might be difficult to show this side of you. It is possible that some people will make use of your vulnerability, leading to pain and heartbreak. However, the benefits will outweigh the risks, leading to fulfilling relationships, both professionally and personally. Number 4. Intuition. Men are usually raised to rely on their logic. When they make decisions, everything has to go according to their logic. Women, however, tend to rely on their intuitions. It might not make sense, with others not believing her gut instinct, but a woman's intuition can be one of the most powerful assets a woman can have. When a woman is in tune with her gut feeling, she usually will be able to solve a problem before it even happens. To some, it might feel like the woman is psychic and otherworldly, when in actuality, she is just in tune with the rest of the world. Number 5. Patience. When we think of patience, we often think of women. We think of our mothers who are so patient in raising unruly children. We also think of wives and girlfriends who are so accepting and composed when dealing with their partners. Patience is a valuable virtue for anyone to have, not just women, but women tend to be in the lead when it comes to patience. This trait makes a woman even-tempered and calm, which lets her deal with some of the worst problems out there. It's definitely a trait that we all need in our everyday lives. Number 6. Beauty. Let's face it, the world is a better place with beauty in it. Its softness and elegance can take the edge off of the harsh world we live in. With the feminine touch of a woman, any place can feel homely and warm. It's a subtle thing that will never hit you in the face, but its absence will always be felt by everyone around. Beauty is a mesmerizing trait that can easily make anyone's heart skip a beat. It exists naturally in everyone and everything. It's not something that can be forced but may be coaxed by the skillful hands of a woman. Number 7. Sensuality. Women possess great wisdom and power within their bodies. As women, we are more likely to hear and follow our heart than a man, but we have to trust our bodies and hearts in order to do this. Incorporating more sensuality into our lives is one way to tune into our femininity and avoid being too logical. In other words, this occurs when we use our senses intentionally to experience life. You can embrace your sensuality by pampering yourself with a warm bath and some essential oils. Set the scene with candles and flowers, feel the warm water against your body, smell the scent of oils, hear the sounds of the water in your bath. Treat yourself to some dark chocolate or a glass of wine. By intentionally experiencing an activity with all 5 senses, you can make it sensual. Number 8. Receptive to change. The ability to be open to anything and everything might not seem like a difficult skill to have, but in reality, not many people have this quality. But as women, it is actually one of the strongest traits to have. This openness to anything, and I mean anything, means that a woman is equipped to give and receive criticism, even when it's bad news. By opening up and receiving feedback from others, a woman can absorb these insights and change herself for the better. And by allowing others to give input, she also can create strong connections with others who have provided helpful feedback to her. Number 9. Connecting with others. As societal beings, we all need to connect with others to make it through life. It can be difficult to create these connections, but they are absolutely necessary. One of the things that women are good at is forging deep connections that last. The secret is, they start first. Women tend to be the first to reach out and be the first to open themselves up to create the connection, even if doing this potentially leaves them open to a world of pain. The thing about many of us is that we see others who speak up and speak out as some of the bravest people out there. However, we never give ourselves the same chance, instead choosing to stay quiet and wait for someone else to reach out. Building connections is crucial, and being the first to start that connection will make the process so much easier. Number 10. Always curious and learning. There is never a good reason to stop learning. Even as we age and grow older, we should still embrace education. It might not come as easy as it used to, but it is still an important part of our lives. Of course, learning here doesn't just mean academic education. We can learn about many different things, even about ourselves. We can take the advice from others and learn what makes us tick and how we can improve ourselves. Women should embrace this part of themselves, even when it may be difficult to swallow. Always feed your curiosity and continue growing as a person. Number 11. Attentive listeners. Let's stop and think. When you are having some problems and need someone to vent to, who is the person you think of? There's a big chance that you are probably thinking of a woman. Women are usually great listeners. They pay attention to what you are saying, and more often than not, they can decipher the underlying meaning or cause to whatever it is you have to say. Being a good, attentive listener is a good trait to have, whether it's at home or work. By being a good listener, a woman can create stronger connections and a more solid trust in each other. It also means that she is a great problem solver, which is always a good person to have in your corner. Number 12. Radiance. There is just something so alluring about a woman that exudes confidence and beauty. This radiance is not just what a woman looks like, but also how she behaves. This type of glowing presence is achieved through a combination of both inner and outer beauty. It cannot exist without both. For inner beauty, the woman must be confident and also kind, filling the hearts of everyone around her with admiration. For outer beauty, it's not just her vanity or how much makeup she puts on. It is also the way she takes care of her body. She eats well and gets enough sleep. She dresses in a way that complements her body, but not to alter it or hide it. When the two perfectly meet, then the woman radiates, filling any room she's in with positive energy.